Now I am explaining classification of seed. On the basis of number of cotyledon present, seed are classified into dicotyledon seed and monocotyledon seed. Dicotyledon seed, example of dicotyledon seeds are gram, pea, bean, castor, etc. They have two cotyledons, whereas monocotyledon seeds have only one cotyledon, example rice, maize. On the basis of presence or absence of endosperm, seed are said to be albuminous means endospermic and ex-albuminous means non-albuminous or non-endospermic. In albuminous seeds, cotyledon are thin and membranous and endosperm persist and nourish the seedling during its early development. In ex-albuminous seed, food accumulates in the endosperm tissue at an early stage of development, but it is utilized by developing embryo and the mature seeds are without endosperm. In such seed, cotyledon store food and become thick and fleshy. Monocotyledon seeds are bi and large albuminous, but in dicotyledon both albuminous and ex-albuminous seeds occur. Occasionally, in some seeds such as black pepper and beet remnants of nucellus are persistent. This residual persistent nucellus is the perisperm. So, dicotyledon seeds are classified into two types, ex-albuminous and albuminous. Example of ex-albuminous seeds are gram, pea, bean, mustard, mango, groundnut. And example of albuminous dicotyledon seeds are castor, poppy, custard apple, ananas, etc. Monocotyledon seeds are further classified into two types, ex-albuminous and albuminous. Example of ex-albuminous monocotyledon seeds are orchid, alisma, najas, pathos, Amorphophilus vallisneria. And example of monocotyledon seeds, albuminous monocotyledon seeds are cereals, millets, palm, lilies. Now I am explaining difference between dicot and monocot seed. Dicot seed possess two cotyledon while monocot seeds possess single cotyledon. Dicot seed have pericarp fused with testa while monocot seed pericarp free from testa. Dicot seeds are non-endospermic while monocot seeds are endospermic. In dicot seed food is stored in cotyledon while in monocot seed food is stored in endosperm. Dicot seed have no covering over plumule and radicle, but monocot seed have radicle and pibule surrounded by coleorhiza and coleoptile respectively. Now I am talking about structure of some common seeds. Dicotyledon ex-albuminous seed example is a bean seed. Bean seed means Labalab purpureus is more or less kidney shaped and is covered by a hard seed coat. Now I am talking about seed coat. The seed coat has two integuments, the outer testa and the inner tegmen. The testa is reddish black and thick, while the tegmen is whitish, thin and membranous. The tegmen remain fused with the testa. The seed coat provides necessary protection to the embryo which lies within. At one edge of the seed coat, a whitish elongated rise is present, which is known as raphe. The embryo receives food through raphe. A distinct broad scar present at the basal end of the raphe is said to be hilum. It represents the point of attachment of the seed to its stalk. At the end of raphe, away from the hilum, there is a minute pore called micropyle. When a soaked seed is gently pressed, water and minute air bubbles can be seen to ooze out through this pore. Now I am talking about embryo. The entire fleshy body as seen after removing the seed coat is the embryo or the baby plant. It consists of two fleshy cotyledon means seed leaves and a short axis to which cotyledon remains attached laterally. The bean seed lays endosperm and store its reserve food in cotyledon which provide nourishment to the developing embryonal axis. The part of the embryonal axis lying toward the micropyle is called radicle, and the one in between the two cotyledon is known as plumule. The region of embryonal axis that lies between the radicle and the point of attachment of cotyledon is said to be hypocotyle, means below cotyledon, whereas the portion between the plumule and cotyledon is called epicotyle, above cotyledon. I am repeating. The region of embryonal axis that lie between the radicle and the point of attachment of cotyledon is said to be hypocotyle, means below cotyledon, whereas the portion between the plumule and cotyledon called epicotyle, above cotyledon. As the seed germinates, the radicle gives rise to the root and the plumule to the shoot. Monocotyledon albuminous seed, means example maize grain. Now I am explaining the structure of a maize grain, Zea maize. The maize grain in fact is not a seed but is one-seeded fruit known as caryopsis. When pericarp, means fruit wall, is inseparably fused with the seed coat. The grain where pericarp is inseparably fused with the seed coat, the grain are attached to the cob by its pointed end. Maize grain contains seed coat, endosperm and embryo. Now I am talking about the seed coat of maize grain. It is represented by a thin layer which surrounds the grain. This layer is made up of the seed coat and pericarp fused together. Now I am explaining structure of endosperm in Zea maize. Inside of the grain is divided into two unequal portions, endosperm and embryos, by an epithelial layer. The larger portion, which lies toward the broader side of the grain, is endosperm. It is the food storage tissue of the grain and is particularly rich in starch. The cell of the outermost 2 or 3 layers of the endosperm, which contain proteins, form a specialized sheath called aleurone layer. Now I am talking about embryo of Zea maize. It consists of a single cotyledon that is known as scutellum and a short axis. The shield-shaped scutellum is greatly reduced and is attached laterally to the embryonal axis. It supplies food material to the growing embryo, which is absorbed from the endosperm with the help of epithelium. The upper part of the axis, with minute leaves arcing over it is known as plumule, and the lower part is called radicle. The plumule and radicle are surrounded by a separate protective sheath called coleoptile and coleorhiza respectively. मीन्स ऊपर की तरफ प्लूम्यूल है जो आगे चल के 2 लीफ बनती है जिनसे, और फिर पूरा शूट पोर्शन डेवलप होता है, जबकि नीचे रेडिकल है जो आगे चल के रूट में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है, और प्लूम्यूल के ऊपर जो कवरिंग होती है उसे कोलेप्टाइल कहते हैं, जबकि रेडिकल के ऊपर जो कवरिंग होती है वो कोलेराइजा है, और जब रेडिकल रूट में डेवलप हो जाती है तो इसकी कवरिंग जो है वो रूट कैप बन जाती है। इसकी कवरिंग को रूट कैप कहते हैं।